Costco has plenty of loyal fans, and for good reason. But don't let these common myths spoil your next shopping trip. Grab your notepad and get ready. It's time to debunk some myths. In March 2022, Snopes investigated a claim that Costco would stop selling its popular rotisserie chickens after a fake advertisement circulated online. The ad showed a picture of Costco's rotisserie chickens and stated that the company would stop selling 24 specific items. However, when clicked, the article mentioned a list of 21 or 24 items, but there was no mention of the rotisserie chickens. Snopes confirmed that Costco had never made any such announcement. While Costco's rotisserie chickens aren't sold online, any decision to discontinue them would certainly be widely reported, not just hidden in a single advertisement. In April 2022, Forbes did report that bird flu had impacted Costco's chicken operations in Nebraska, potentially affecting their supply. However, the losses weren't significant, and there have been no further indications that this would lead to the discontinuation of Costco's beloved chickens. Costco's return policy is famously generous, with the store offering a risk-free 100% satisfaction guarantee. It's known for accepting even the most unusual returns. A Reddit thread revealed some of the bizarre items customers have managed to return over the years.
Pardon me, but I didn't know we really carried these.
These? You guys got everything in here.
Costco's famously lenient return policy has earned it a reputation for accepting some very unexpected returns. People have allegedly returned items like mattresses with urine stains, a decade-old boombox, and even a 13-year-old frozen fish. While these stories might seem outlandish, they highlight just how generous Costco's approach can be, where it often appears you can return almost anything. That said, Costco does have some clear guidelines in place. Certain items, like electronics, must be returned within 90 days of purchase. If you're returning a diamond over 1 carat, you'll need to provide gemology paperwork, and the diamond will undergo a secondary inspection by a professional. Some items, however, can't be returned at all. These include cigarettes, alcohol, where restricted by law, and custom-made products tailored to the buyer's specifications. In places like California, alcohol returns are usually not allowed unless the product is defective or spoiled. During the COVID-19 pandemic, certain return restrictions were temporarily loosened, but post-pandemic, alcohol return policies have been reinstated. Despite these exceptions, Costco's return policy remains one of the most accommodating in the retail world. If you've ever snacked your way through Costco's free samples, the idea of limits on those treats might be surprising. However, there's an important rule about who can and can't partake in these free offerings. While Costco encourages vendors to provide samples and allows customers to take as many as they'd like, there's one group who is restricted: children who are too short to see the samples. According to a former sample vendor, this policy exists to prevent potential food allergies or sensitivities from being triggered. Though not an official policy, the reasoning behind this decision is rooted in safety concerns. If a child is tall enough to see the samples and can make informed choices, they're typically allowed to grab one. However, for younger kids who can't see the food, there's a risk they might unknowingly eat something harmful, as they may not yet understand the importance of checking ingredients. The decision isn't based on the child's age, but their height, as it's easier to assess the child's ability to navigate the samples by their visibility, rather than guessing their age. This policy helps keep the sample process safe while still allowing most kids to enjoy the experience. One of the most persistent myths about Costco is that their famous $1.50 hot dog and drink combo is set to increase in price. However, this isn't true. In fact, former CEO Jim Sinegal, who founded Costco, has made it clear that the price will remain unchanged. The rumor began with a viral tweet from an account called John W. Rich Kid, posing as the well-known Breaking 911 account. Despite its inaccuracy, the tweet gained traction, even being shared by several verified Twitter accounts, including the House GOP's official handle, which blamed Bidenflation for the alleged price hike. However, this is all just a rumor. In 2018, Costco's current CEO, Craig Jelinek, told 425 Business that the $1.50 price is set in stone. Jelinek even recounted a conversation with Sinegal, where he mentioned the unsustainability of the low price. Sinegal's response? A stern directive to figure out how to keep the price as is, warning that any price increase would result in severe consequences. So rest assured, Costco's iconic hot dog combo isn't going anywhere. This is when, according to Jelinek, Sinegal said, "If you raise the effing hot dog, I will kill you."
Can anybody tell me what's wrong with this picture?
Jelinek explained that the $1.50 hot dog price is a core part of Costco's identity. To maintain it, he proposed building Costco's own hot dog plant, ensuring they could provide their own branded hot dogs for the combo, rather than relying on an external supplier. In the past, it was possible to enjoy Costco's food court offerings without a membership, especially if the food court was located outside the store. However, as of March 2020, this became a thing of the past. Costco implemented a new policy that required all customers, whether inside or outside, to show proof of membership to eat at the food court. The change was first announced in February 2020 by the Instagram account Costco Deals, which posted a photo of a sign that notified customers of the new rule starting March 16, 2020. Fox Business News confirmed the policy with Costco's customer service, who explained that while membership had always technically been required, it hadn't been enforced due to many food courts being located outdoors. The reaction to the news was mixed, as both Fox Business News and the Los Angeles Times reported. Some members expressed disappointment that non-members could no longer access the affordable food, while others welcomed the idea of shorter lines. Despite this change, non-members are still able to buy alcohol and medications from Costco without needing a membership, as noted by the Los Angeles Times. Costco's checkout process can feel a bit chaotic, especially when you have heavy items in your cart. A common myth suggests that you shouldn't remove anything from your cart for the cashier, but that's mostly untrue. According to Insider, you should take most items off the cart and place them on the belt, just like any regular grocery store. However, large or heavy items can remain in the cart for both your and the cashier's convenience. The issue arises when customers ignore this guideline, making it harder for cashiers to do their job efficiently. It's true that an asterisk on a Costco price tag signals a product is being discontinued, but that's not the full story. The asterisk means the item is in one of two stages of discontinuation, but to truly know if it's leaving, you need to check the price. The key indicator is the last digit of the price. If the final number is a 7, it typically means the product is nearing its end at Costco. This secret was shared by Las Vegas real estate agent Greg Chin in an Instagram reel, offering a helpful tip for savvy shoppers trying to spot the next soon-to-be-gone item.
You want to know a secret about Costco?
Greg Chin explains that when a Costco price tag has an asterisk and ends in an 8, it indicates the product is in the first markdown stage. If the price ends with a 7, it signifies the item has reached its lowest price, and Costco is essentially taking a loss to clear it out. Even if you think you've mastered the pricing game, it's still important to stay alert. According to The Sun, a Costco spokesperson confirmed that this pricing strategy is designed to help move inventory, but also mentioned that the process could change over time. When asked for more details, the spokesperson chose not to provide further clarification. At many stores, showing your receipt on the way out is a common practice to prevent theft and ensure purchases are properly accounted for. However, Costco's exit process works a little differently. Instead of just checking for unpaid items, Costco's exit greeters are tasked with verifying that customers were correctly charged and that prices match what's on the receipt. According to Costco's customer service, this process also helps with inventory control, though some interpret this as a way to deter shoplifting. A Costco manager in San Francisco clarified that theft isn't a major concern at their store, especially since it's difficult to walk out with large items like a 75-inch TV. Reddit users who shared their experiences confirmed that the greeters often focus on ensuring the prices are accurate, and they're also checking for items like gift cards or special pickups that may not have been processed through the cashier's lane. It's important to remember that when you sign up for a Costco membership, you're agreeing to allow these receipt checks. Some customers, unaware of this, have refused to show their receipts at the door, but Costco reserves the right to revoke memberships in these cases, as reported by Oregon Live. While it may seem like a hassle, Costco's receipt verification process is mostly about ensuring accuracy and preventing errors, rather than looking for theft.
That is your receipt for your husband. Thank you.
Buying in bulk typically offers savings by lowering the cost per unit, but it doesn't always benefit everyone. The savings only apply if you're able to use up the bulk quantities before they expire or spoil. For individuals who aren't sharing bulk items or consuming them quickly enough, the savings can be outweighed by waste. If you end up discarding unused products, you lose the initial money you spent. Then, when you need to restock, you'll have to buy more, creating a cycle of overspending. CNBC advises against purchasing perishable items at Costco, like eggs, as they may be available at comparable prices at regular grocery stores, but in smaller, more manageable quantities. Even shelf-stable items like cereal can be a problem. According to Sapling, buying large quantities of cereal might lead to waste if it goes stale before you can finish it. This reduces any potential savings, making it more difficult to justify the cost of a Costco membership in the first place. Therefore, while bulk shopping has its advantages, it's crucial to buy only what you know you'll use to avoid losing money in the long run. There's a myth that Costco employees deliberately hide products to make customers hunt for them. While it's true that items are often moved around, they're not intentionally hidden. Paige Saunders, an employee at a Canadian Costco, clarifies that products are simply relocated, not concealed, to optimize store layout and inventory.
This is kind of half true, kind of not true.
In a 2020 YouTube video, Paige Saunders explained how Costco's merchandising teams strategically move products overnight as part of their corporate plan. While these items aren't hidden, they are relocated to different areas of the store. Saunders shared her frustration, noting that employees aren't informed about these changes, making it difficult for them to find products they saw just the day before. Costco, however, puts a positive spin on the practice, referring to it as creating a treasure hunt atmosphere. The company believes this strategy encourages customers to discover new items during their visits, similar to how grocery stores rearrange their layouts to entice shoppers to explore and try new products. Costco often allows non-members to use its non-grocery services, which can create the impression that everything outside the food court is open to the public. Non-members, for instance, can still access health-related services like prescription filling and, prior to COVID-19, free health screenings.
Sir, I can fix those glasses.
Can! Here, fix those suckers!
At Costco, non-members can visit an optometrist for an eye exam, but purchasing glasses or contacts requires a membership. While non-members can buy prescriptions without a membership, glasses and contacts are only available to members because Costco owns the optical centers. Optometrists are independent, so the exam is separate, but the lenses and frames are Costco products, which require membership for purchase. Interestingly, non-members can't buy contacts online either, despite being able to shop other items on Costco's website with an added surcharge. This policy distinction is based on Costco's control over its optical sales, unlike the independent optometrists.